I have been playing action games ever since I was a kid. There's just something about them that always interested me, I guess. Action role-playing games more than anything. So when I saw Pagan Online get announced a while back, I was thrilled. It was another action game that I would get to play through, that I would get to enjoy. However, since I'm now married and I have yet to begin a new action game like Pagan since getting married, I kind of thought that it would be a fantastic opportunity to include my wife, as we have never played through anything like this together. Unfortunately, I only had one copy of the game though. See, the team behind Pagan, Wargaming, sponsored a playthrough of the game and offered me a copy to record with, but I had forgotten to get my wife one at the time, and therefore I ended up beginning recording alone. However, since I do intend on doing a follow-up video of Pagan in the very near future, I reached out to Wargaming and I asked if I could have a copy for her to join me. They were more than happy to provide one, and now I plan on having her accompany in the follow-up. And trust me, I feel like I'm going to need it, because this game gets real rough, real fast. If you want to play the game, you can go right ahead and use my link in the description to buy this game on Steam. Pagan Online is a top-down hack-and-slash action RPG developed by Madhead Games and published by Wargaming, the people behind World of Tanks and World of Warships. It takes place in a dark, lore-rich world where the gods have all vanished, leaving the world in turmoil. You take missions from a quest hub, and then you move on into instanced areas to attempt completion, fighting wave after wave of monsters. You traverse the highly detailed environment, smashing heads along the way. Or if you're like me and you went with a chick with a whip, then you, well, I mean, you know, you could still smash heads, but you look a little more stylish when doing so, I guess. While you can opt to go it alone, as I did mention earlier with regards to my wife, Pagan allows multiplayer co-op, meaning that you can team up with a friend and tackle the game together. Do note, however, that only 2 players can party up at any given time, meaning that you can't have like a large group going concurrently. It is an incredibly fast hack and slash type of combat that has you mashing keys and your left mouse button for each fight. Some fights actually going on the last several minutes. From what I can tell, fights actually involve a lot of dodging. See, at the beginning, I wasn't really making use of my dodge key because I just didn't really think that I had to. I was under the impression that I could merely walk around monsters and kite them. Man, let me tell you, I could not have been more wrong. The mages that spawn, and there is an absurd surplus of them in every single fight, require you to be aware of their projectile attacks and the trajectory of the attacks, meaning that you will be ever on the move. If you remain stationary for longer than like a second or two at a time, you're gonna get hit, and you're gonna get hit real hard. What makes this more punishing is that potions are actually limited, often requiring you save them for the end of each mission, because there are boss fights, and the boss fights are of a particular difficulty at times. One in specific took 3-4 different retries before I ended up giving up, and I went on and grinded some better gear, then came back. But, you know, difficulty is always a good thing, and you should never shy away from a challenge. No, but there are heroes. Each hero kinda, I guess, correlates more or less with what would normally be referred to as an individual class. You have your tanky melee heroes, your long-range mage heroes, your long-range archer type heroes, your mid-range melee heroes. Each hero fills a different role, and making use of each one is the key to victory. You don't have access to each hero at the beginning of the game though. Instead, heroes are unlocked via the collection of shards that can be earned via a variety of methods. Now, I didn't play nearly long enough to unlock even a fraction of the shards required to use another hero, but with a little time and dedication, I can't see it taking up too much time. Pagan Online is a very cool game. I've only had the pleasure of playing through maybe like 6 to 8 hours of it tops, but let me tell you, right now I am impressed. The game looks beautiful, it does. It has a very interesting graphical style that doesn't really take itself too seriously, and neither does the story. Yes, the story is deep, it's rich, and it's full of lore, it's dark, and it's also very humorous. See, I enjoy games that are fun to play through because there's a sense of depth to them, without being overbearing. I like humor in my games. The game that can make me laugh is a game that will definitely hold my attention in the long term, and some of the characters that I've come across definitely accomplish that. Combat is plenty fun, so is the skill system and trees associated with unlocking and upgrading them. Being able to play the game with my wife is also a bonus, as initially I didn't think that I would be able to. I'm an idiot for forgetting that and moving ahead while she was busy. And that's it. It's an enjoyable game. I wanted to make it several hours in to mess around with it and have some fun, and that's what I did. I played a new game and I enjoyed myself while playing it. The follow-up video will naturally have more information. It'll have my wife in it and will feature higher level content. That will no doubt kick my ass, but I am thoroughly looking forward to it nevertheless. Until then though, if you're interested in trying out the game, once again, go ahead and use my link in the description to buy this game on Steam. But that is just my opinion, my first impression of the game. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to eventually trying it out, or do you even want to? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.